In this tutorial I want to talk about ASCII, emojis, and if we have time, icons in CSS. The first subject is ASCII. A lot of times ASCII is used so that we can put onto our web page something where we don't have the character on the keyboard. For an example, £, ASCII characters, emojis, all start with ampersand, and then if it's a number, it goes £, and then, for example, a copy is 169. Control S, refresh, and double check on the keyboard, and there you go. I've got my copyright sign there. Where do I find all these? Simply go over here to web page. Oh, I've got one for you. I'm going to go ahead and change this. I'm going to go ASCII name HTML. So you got two ways to bring something up as HTML. First is by number, looking up the number. Here they got the £, the numbers right there, ampersand, £, whatever you like. And then also by name. Obviously, letter A doesn't have a name, but you just type the letter A. But you can go ahead and put things both by number and by name. So let's go ahead here, shrink that down, and I go back to my web page. So let's do, I figured out 169 is copyright. I can also do it by name. So simply ampersand without the £, copy in this case. Control S, refresh, and then there you go. I have two copyright signs. Now remember, these are texts, so I can also control its size, color, font, etc., etc. So the computer thinks these are simply text. So let's go ahead. I want to talk about a few more things in terms of that are useful. Ampersand, NBSP, ampersand, NBSP. The advantage here is NBSP is spaces. Now remember, Chrome, a lot of the browsers are space agnostic. If I put a dozen spaces here, let's go ahead and do that. Boom, boom, boom. A lot of spaces. I still am only going to get those two spaces. But sometimes I need another space. So this is a way to do it using sort of ASCII. Oops, I can see I typed wrong. Ampersand. So that will give me two spaces. Let's double check. Control S, refresh, and now, yep, the copyright side moved over. Now again, really quickly, let's just change it. I'm going to go ahead and change the body command here to just double check. Wiggly bracket, color, red, and font size. Size is 100 pixels. Okay, there you go. Now, in this case, everything will be controlled because I put it to the body command, but that affects also my ampersand, my copyright signs. Okay, so Control S. Let's double check. Refresh the web page. There you go. So a copyright sign is now huge, and the color red. Next one I want to talk about is emojis. I want to just quickly go over here to let's go back to Google. And a place for this that I find the best is unicode.org. There you go, unicode.org, emojis. So Unicode is simply an extended version of ASCII. So it allows you, like, if you speak in foreign languages, I want German characters or Spanish. I've got those characters available. I can look up on the extended Unicode list, and then I can, using the ampersand and £, or sometimes a shortcut as well, I can put those kind of characters on a web page. Check my notes. At least I put the ones for all the German characters on, at least a couple of them. I'm not sure I got them all. Okay, let's go on to emojis. Hey, I got the idea of being able to get any character, put it on my web page. Let's go over here, click on emojis. Now here with emojis, I've got, let's keep on going. Emojis, Unicode. Okay, click there. Your resource lowercase. Emoji lists with keywords. There you go. So I actually don't want this emoji lists. Well, I've got this. Here's my sample. Here's my name. but it's slightly different with different. Oops, I hope I had it here before. I don't want to spend too much video just looking for it. I don't. These are upcoming emojis that we can submit to Unicode. Unicode utilities. No. Well, we could use that, but I was looking for one because it outlighted Facebook and whole 9 yards. I may have to end this video with just ASCII and emoji. Here you go. Emoji full list 11.0. This is what I'm after. Okay. So anyway, here's my emoji list. Yeah, I may have to end this video and just. I'll end this video on just emojis and ASCII, and I'll do icons on a separate video. So let's go ahead and here. The only thing I need to add for us, this is what it looks like in a browser. So on my happy face here, I've got to use, it's slightly different than in Google, Twitter, as you can see, Facebook, etc., etc. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to do, let's do the crying thing. It's 1F602. Let's go back to our code. So here we simply drop, obviously, the Unicode. All I'm going to do here is, let's give me a separate line here, BR, ampersand, pound sign, which is a number. I'm going to do it by number, and then I need a small x. This small x is telling the computer, or the browser in this case, look, this is not a decimal number, it is a hex number. And it is 1F602, I think it was. Let's double check. Anyway, Control S, let's see what I got. 602. Well, yeah, 602. I did it right. Okay, shrink it down, and then refresh, and then I've got my crying emoji. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it here. Again, I can go ahead and I can do a div if I want to control it. Since I got some time here, I can do it too as a div. So I can do here div and /div. Or I could do a span here, whatever would work easier for you. And then I can say, well, that div I can control. Div, whatever color is green, and text size, font size is 2 EMs based on whatever the browser size is. With the bracket, Control S, and then refresh it. And now my emoji will be actually a little bigger than I thought, and character would be green. So tutorial simply on ASCII characters and emojis in browsers.